Hello friends, I am Sanjay Gupta. In this video, I am going to discuss about constructors in Java. So before starting, if you are facing visibility problem in this video, you can improve the pixel quality by going into the setting option. After that, you can note down these information for your study and placement purposes. Now coming on to the constructors. Java allows objects to initialize themselves when they are created. So a constructor initializes an object immediately upon creation. It means whenever we create an object, constructor is called automatically. It has the same name as the class in which it resides and is syntactically similar to a method. So constructor is similar to a method, but its name will be same as the name of its class. Once defined, the constructor is automatically called immediately after the object is created, before the new operation completes. So whenever we create an object, constructor is automatically called and it initializes attributes of the class. Constructor does not have any return type, not even void. It means we cannot return any value through constructor. So its return type is not available, it doesn't exist. So constructor continued. Every class must have at least one constructor. If you do not provide any constructor in a class declaration, the compiler creates a default constructor that takes no argument when it is invoked. So if we do not declare any constructor in a class, then inbuilt constructor is called. So the default constructor initializes the instance variable to the initial values specified in their declaration or to their default values. It initializes 0 for numerical types, false for boolean values, and null for references. So if you provide any constructor, then those values will be initialized. If you do not provide constructors, then these initial values will be initialized to attributes of the class. Now examples of constructor, in which first is default constructor. So this is the example of default constructor. In default constructor, programmer doesn't pass any argument to the constructor. He only initializes specific values in the definition of the constructor. So here is the example of default constructor. This is default constructor. You can see name of the constructor is equivalent to the name of class. Name variable is initialized with James and roll number is initialized with 46. Then show method printing name and roll number on console. Then inside class test, student test class, main method is defined in which S object is created for student class. So here default constructor will invoke. So arguments are not provided here. So S objects attribute name and roll number will be receiving James and 46 as values of attributes. So if we create more than one objects of student class, then all the objects will be initialized with same values, James and 46. Then s.show will display the values which are initialized with the help of constructor. So this is the simple example of default constructor. We can have, or we can define second type of constructor, which is parameterized constructor. So this is the definition of parameterized constructor. In this constructor, you can see arguments are passed here, and n and r are assigned into name and roll number, and these arguments are passed from here. So if we declare more than one objects of student class, then we can pass different type of values with the help of parameterized constructor. So the difference between default and parameterized constructors are: default constructor initializes each object with same values, but in case of parameterized constructor, we can pass different values to each object. Another type of constructor is copy constructor. So copy constructor is used to copy values of an object into another at the time of its creation. So you can see that this is copy constructor. In this constructor, the argument which we have to pass is of class type. So temp is the object which is assigning name into name and roll number into roll number. So show method is printing values of name and roll number. Now here in the main method, S object is created in which James and 46 are passed. Then S1 object is created in which S object is passed as an argument. So for this purpose you have to call copy constructor, or you have to define copy constructor. Without copy constructor this operation will not be performed. Then S1 is displayed with the help of show method. So for creation of S we need parameterized constructor. For creation of S1 we need copy constructor. So there are total 3 types of constructor: default constructor, parameterized constructor, and copy constructor. Now comes constructor overloading. So similar to method overloading, constructor overloading is also available. So constructor overloading means if we define more than one constructors in a class, then name of those constructors will be same. So if names are same in case of method, then method overloading should be there. So you can see that in first constructor no arguments are passed, and in second constructor 2 arguments are passed. So this is constructor overloading. We are defining more than one constructors with same name but different number of arguments. Then show method is available. Then inside main you can see S1 object is created and S2 object is created. S1 object is calling default constructor and S2 object is calling parameterized constructor. So with the help of this example, you will be able to understand that we can define more than one constructors in a class. And if we are defining more than one constructors, it means we are implementing constructor overloading feature of Java. So it is similar to method overloading. So implement these programs on your system so that you can understand the working of these programs easily. Now these are my information. You can use these information for your study and placement purposes. Thank you for watching this video.